Well, good morning, good morning. Well, good morning, good morning. It's the Casper boy. Oop, don't spill my coffee. Whoa, that could be messy. There we go. We are getting ready for coffee with Casper. Here's Casper. Here's my coffee. Hope you have your beverage of choice. We're going to hang out for 20 minutes, beginning at 8:30. So we're just gathering here for these first few minutes to let everybody find us and double checking that everything is working. So let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. What are you doing, Casper boy? You giving me the paw? That's a nice paw. That's a very nice paw. Thank you. Thank you for that paw. Okay. There we go. Well, good morning from Moore Park, Reverend Tricia. Nice to see you this morning. Bright and early. We are glad you're here. We're glad you're checking in. Let us know where you're checking in from. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to gong ourselves in. Well, aloha, Ann from Honolulu, from Oahu. I see it's a little rainy there this morning. Was that this morning or yesterday? Anyway, beautiful from the island. Nice to see you. Good morning, Paul. Nice to see you, the talented Paul Fagan from Studio City. Yay. David and David Stein. Very nice to see everybody. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, Arlen from San Clemente. Yesterday it was rainy. Okay, good. Well, then there's always a shot for a sunny day today, a beautiful day on the island. All right. Good morning, Dave from San Diego. Nice to see you, David. Yay. The gang's all here. Graham Moses is checking in, Brother Graham from Tarzana. All right, nice to have everybody here. Julie from, we don't know where Julie's from. Nice to see you, Julie, this morning. From Chico, very nice. Center of the state. Okay, we got about 30 seconds to go. We're going to gong ourselves in. We're going to take a big, deep breath and let out the sound, like shalom. And that's a release for our system. So good morning. I'm glad it's a beautiful day in Chico. Little June gloom here in SoCal, this part of SoCal. Okay, there it is. It's 8:30. So we're going to take a big deep breath in. We're going to let out the sound and relax the shoulders. There we go. One more time, big deep breath in. Relaxing the shoulders and bring the energy up into your heart center. And now just sort of be aware of your heart center. We're going to dwell there for 20 minutes. Good morning, Pam from Napa. Nice to see you. Good morning, Carol from Whittier. Well, we're glad you're all here this morning on Coffee with Casper. Information changes the form of things. That's what we were talking about last week. And so what we see right now in the world, and we've talked about this before, we are in a shift of eons, and a shift of eons of time, of miscreation, doesn't happen overnight. I believe those of us who are consciously aware that energy and matter are equal and interchangeable, I am matter, I am energy, and therefore I am one with that which is source, that which is the allness of the universe. What we talk about here on Coffee with Casper, good morning again, Candace, what we talk about here on Coffee with Casper is the idea, the biblical idea from the ancient Moses, that underneath there are the underlying arms. And what that's suggesting is that transcendentally, as we transcend from form into mind, from mind into spirit, that there's a transcendent reality born of what Judge Thomas Troward in the early 1900s said, is that there is a law of harmony which is heaven's first law. The universe must be in tune with itself, otherwise something could rise up and destroy the one verse and there wouldn't be one verse. There would be, "Good morning from Sri Lanka, Dilip. Nice to see you this morning." There wouldn't be one world. There would be more than one world, and there would be the fantasy of Star Trek of worlds fighting each other, goodness versus evil, and that's not what is so, transcendentally speaking. As we get to the surface, what we see is the battle or the apparent fight between separation consciousness, the ego edging God out, believing that I of myself am separate, and not understanding in a very deep and powerful way that we live in a vibrational universe. So if you saw the poster, what we said in that poster, thank you, Candace, for that poster, either consciously or unconsciously, everyone is setting limits to what is an unlimited good. If you were born in the image and likeness of the One, and then set free to discover yourself, we discover that what we know is that Spirit is the only power in the universe that knows itself. I am that. I am able to see that I am not only my personal self, but that I came from the light, that I will return to the light, that I belong to the light, that I'm connected to the light, and that I've never been separated from the light. And if that One set me free to discover myself in the universe as who and what I really am, which is an immortal spiritual being, superior to my mind, my body, and my experience, and I can use my mind, my body, my spirit, and my experience to shift away from the laws of form, from the happenings in the world, and rise up into my I am consciousness. That's my soul nature. I came from the light. I am that nature. I didn't forget that connection. I just got what my friend Marlene Oaks used to say is, I got swallowed up by the amnesia mist. I forgot who I really am. So we are born free to discover that we are one with the One. Therefore we are unlimited. Therefore we are in touch with the unlimited good. Therefore we are in touch with the transcendent peace. Therefore we are in touch with the all good in every arena of our life, mind, body, and spirit, right? And so that which is the I am presence governs my mind, my body, my home, and all the affairs of my life. But it doesn't govern you that way because it's mandated. No, you are set free to discover you belong to the One. And that reminds us of the New Testament expression where Jesus said, consider the lilies of the field. Consider the lilies of the field. They toil not, nor do they spin. So you have a mind, what the Buddhists call the monkey mind, the 80,000, 60,000 thoughts a day. Most of them are repetitive thoughts that's toiling. And oftentimes we get into this zone called worry, and then we are toiling and worrying instead of drawing forth from the all good, the transcendent reality. So consider the lilies of the field, they toil not, do they not spin? Even Solomon, so he's referring to the king, the wealthy king who he had praise for, the wealthy king who had, Solomon in all of his glory, could not wear the robes or be arrayed as beautifully as the lilies in the field, just set free to become their own nature. So if the universe gives totally unto itself as a lily, imagine what it does to itself as spirit, which is the only power that knows itself, which is you and me. I know that I am one with the One. I know that I am directly connected to the One. I know that it's a vibrational universe, and that how much good comes into my life, that's why we always use the gong as a symbol. It's just a symbol. There's a tone coming from the sum total of my conscious mind and my unconscious mind. All of my memories, thoughts, feelings, and thought are all kept. They're all happening in the vibrational sphere, connecting to the law of mind or the law of the circle, which is returning it to us as our experience. So then, we go back to Mary Baker Eddy, again from the late 1800s and early 1900s, the founder of Christian Science. And Mary Baker Eddy said very clearly, stand porter at the door of thought, that we need to be mindful of what's going through our consciousness, because what's going through our consciousness, where our attention goes, our energy flows. What's going through our consciousness is going into the law of the circle and inviting the law of the circle to create that which is like my consciousness as the multi-dimensional aspects of my own experience, right? So how do I get a vibrational sphere? Well, it's not like that God is spying on your thoughts or that your every thought. You're connected to the one. The mind that you are using, let that mind be within you, which is the same mind as Paul. Let that mind be within you that is the same mind that was in Christ Jesus, meaning we can use the I am consciousness, that I am consciousness that is the soul, my own soul, which is gazing at the glory of God while it's directing me, urging me, whispering upon me, grow, expand. So if I look out into the world, we look at now into the world now at the separation. We look at the world of racism. We look at the world of religiousism, separating because my belief is different than your belief, that I'm better than you. We look at the world of color or race or planet or nations, and we say, my nation is better than yours, or my color is better than yours, or my it doesn't matter what we choose. If we start separating ourselves and believing that we are different instead of the same, everyone is born in the image and likeness of the one and set free to discover themselves. Now, not everyone is at the same level of that discovery. You can come up if you want. Not everyone is at the same level of that discovery. That's why we see so much ignorance in the human race, because people don't know who and what they are. They don't know that they're connected to the universe. They don't know that the universe is responding to their own thoughts. So that if I have a thought of hate or a thought of separation, it's not just that thought. If I put feeling behind it and actually believe that I'm better than somebody else, or that I was given more opportunity to discover myself than anybody else, everybody's given the same opportunity. They're not all starting from vibrationally the same place. So if I begin to close people out of my world, I'm limiting that sphere of vibration. If I limit that sphere of vibration that I'm vibrating at, then I'm going to only be attracted to this level of vibration. Birds of a feather flocking at this level, whether it's down here or up here. The universe doesn't care, because you're free. You can vibrate where you want. You can dwell in hate and separation and fear and doubt and war and violence, or you can dwell in love and peace and inclusion and belonging and honoring and kindness, right? And the more you open yourself up to include everybody, even those people you don't like, even those people whose opinions you don't appreciate, just because I don't appreciate them doesn't mean I don't see them as the coming of the cosmic Christ or the awakening of the Buddha in the world. Everyone is the potential to be that awakening energy in the world and to open their vibration to the all good. That good and more good is mine. That because I'm born in the image and likeness of the one, and I am one with the one is allness, the one is harmony, the one is impulsing, the impulsion for all creation is love, the one is love, the one is beauty. Look around you, it's everywhere, right? The one is the beauty in even the functions of your body. How does the digestive tract do what it does? How do you take carrots and turn them into energy in the human form? How do you take salad and turn it into energy? How do you take any of the things you consume that you eat and it becomes part of the fabric of your being in perfect assimilation, perfect circulation, perfect elimination? You are the place where all of this is happening. So we want to be in tune with the infinite. We want to vibrate. Everyone is setting the limits to their good, either consciously or unconsciously. But if it's happening unconsciously, you can't do anything about it. Spirit is the power that knows itself. Let me know where you're checking in from. Let us know what's happening. We're interested in where you are and what's going on. So here's the deal. If you're not experiencing, if fear is dominating your life, then you know you have to become more consciously in tune. You have to begin to commune with that which is love and light and truth and wisdom and harmony. And most of us here on Coffee with Casper have been working on this our lifetimes, decades and decades. Now, we welcome all the young people who are just beginning, but your youthful enthusiasm can do the same thing. It can transcend and transpose physical reality, because physical things that are made are not made of things which do appear. Things that are made are born out of consciousness. Consciousness is happening with what you're doing with your conscious awareness. So this is why we talk about becoming more and more in tune with the infinite, more in tune with the qualities of the infinite that you would seek to emulate. Love and joy and peace and beauty and harmony and kindness and belonging and enthusiasm and support, right? These are all of the different qualities that you can choose to be in the world, but you can't choose it once in a while. You can't choose it and then go off into your rage and your upsetness with the world and with the politics of the world and with the wars of the world and with the misunderstanding in the world and the prejudices of the world. You have to choose not to do that. You have to choose to be one with peace, one with love, one with inclusion, one that honors the awakening Christ Buddha, no matter how asleep it may be in that other soul. It's there waiting for them to have an aha moment, for them to discover that I belong to the one, to discover that I can draw from the one in this day the qualities of the Most High that I choose, but I must do it consciously and I must do it consistently, so that the majority of my consciousness and eventually then my habits and my actions begin to reflect that kind of kindness. I went to a birthday party of a friend of ours, Reverend Joy, who had just turned 90 this year, and I was parking in a legal parking spot in front of some mailboxes. It was late in a Saturday evening, late in the late afternoon, and this man just barks at me. He says, "You know, where you're parking, you're blocking all of those mailboxes." I said, "I don't think mail is coming at this time on a Saturday, but I'll move it if it's in anybody's way." And then he barked something else at me, just out of anger or upsetness or whatever. And I said, "Well, what a nice man you are. How nice of you to share yourself with me," right? So people don't mean to be assumed that everybody is their enemy, or to assume that everybody is stepping on their feet or causing their rights. That's not correct. Everybody's not trying to get you. Nobody's trying to step on anybody. We are trying to learn how to be a kinder people in the world. We're trying to learn how to carry love and kindness as what we want reflected back to us. We're trying to learn to be still and know that I am God. So we are seeking then to be in tune with what we mean in the world. If the way we've been acting, the way we've been responding, if our response mechanisms are filled with fear. Good morning, and Alejandro, nice to see you this morning, right? We have to choose how we're going to be in the world. We have to choose consciously, not unconsciously denying the all good, not unconsciously believing I've had my good, or these are the sources of my good and this is the only place it can come from. No, good can come from wherever it comes from and however it gets to you. But you have to make room. You have to accept that good. You have to be the place that is inviting that good. You have to be emanating that good out for that good to return to you. It's a vibrational universe. And the more you expand your vibration, the more that's included in what happens around you. Your good multiplies around you and is multiplied and affecting other people around you. And there's no limit to how high that vibration can go. What we know or what we believe with Dr. David Hawkins, that the highest vibrating souls thus far on the planet have been Jesus and Buddha. But there's a lot of souls, St. Francis among them, who have vibrated so high up. There's a lot of souls who are practicing peace on earth and goodwill toward humanity. The Dalai Lama has been living a lifetime of practicing kindness, and those vibration that he brings to the human condition is a huge contribution. And the vibration that you can bring to the human condition is a huge contribution. So we want to vibe higher. It's now time to vibe higher until the transcendent reality and the transcendent authority of my own life becomes my experience. I am that which can see through the mist into the eternal and changeless reality and call forth the qualities of the one which I belong to, which I am, into my life according to my personal choices. Anyone can light a candle, but not the way that you do. The way you bring your light into the world is essential. If you found anything valuable in our time together today, we invite you to share this video. Share it on Facebook, share it on LinkedIn, share it on YouTube, like, follow, post in your groups. It's a digital time now. There's a lot of ways we can spread the word and call and invite more and more humans to become consciously awake in the world, to awaken the Christ within them, the Buddha within them, the kindness within them, the saint, the sage, the mystic within them. Everyone has it. Everyone can do it. And it requires practice. That's how you get to Carnegie Hall. Practice, practice, practice. So if you find something valuable in our time together, share the video. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. This is Coffee with Casper. This video will be circulating all over the web all week long, and we'll be back next week live. We'll take a look at the world. We'll take a look at what's happening in our lives, and we're sending healing thoughts to Lorraine and David. We're sending healing thoughts to anybody who's touching this video, who is going through a dis-ease, and we are supporting them in returning to ease. Light and love, healing, to heal, uplift, and inspire, and bring forth more life. You're the right person at the right time, doing the right thing. Until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. And we'll see you next week on Coffee with Casper. Bye for now.